Welcome. Today we are talking about our newest feature, Multipage, and we are so excited to demo this premium feature for you, and it is truly a top feature request from as long as we basically can remember. And before we get into that, I also want to let you know, because you are viewing this recording or watching live, you get a certificate of completion. We like to, make sure you're getting credit for all the hard work you are doing. So during this session, I will share 6 digits. You will just need that to get your certificate in the form that you fill out. So keep that in mind if you're watching this recording. And let's do a few introductions. I'm Angela. I lead the community team here at Seesaw, and really am always eager and excited to help anyone get started and think about meaningful ways to engage their students to demonstrate their learning. Let me know how you're doing on Twitter. I'm at Mrs. Gadke, and I'd love to introduce Subi to you as well, who is joining us to really show you all about the latest and greatest here. So hi, Subi.
Hi, yes, thank you, Angela. I'm Suvi. I'm on our product marketing team here at Seesaw, and I work on all of the amazing, powerful creative tools that we have. So we can't wait to share Multipage with you today, our latest and greatest creative tool.
Yay! So the biggest thing to know, as I mentioned, this feature is live right now in Seesaw. So how do you get it? If you are on a computer, all you need to go do is visit the website app.seesaw.me, and it's going to pop up automatically with the newest version of Seesaw right there for you. Now, if you're using an iOS device, you are going to need to update to Seesaw, and you're really looking to update to Seesaw 7.1. So look for that. And as just a friendly reminder, don't forget about your student iPads either, because they will also need updating to see this newest feature as well. So keep that in mind as we are going through this demo today. So Subi, tell us a little bit more about our amazing creative tools.
Great. So we know it's back to school time for many of you, and we're so excited to jump back into Seesaw with really the best tools for empowering students to think creatively and also demonstrate their learning. And as you know, creative tools are at the heart of the Seesaw experience. And in June, we launched some really, really powerful creative tools that help students show what they know. Also, we made Seesaw better than ever on Chromebooks. So Seesaw, of course, works on every device that you have, but we really spent a lot of time making sure that our product is super compatible on Chromebooks. So for all of you Chromebooks users out there, and even if you're not using a Chromebook, share the news, because Seesaw really works well for all students using Chromebooks in their classroom. And then, of course, we've opened up so many more ways for students to think creatively and reflect on any project that they're working on any piece of work in all grade levels and subject areas. And we're so excited to share with you today even more creative tools that inspire students to capture their learning from anywhere and really show what they're working on in school in more robust and comprehensive ways. All right, so before we jump into our live demo, we just want to remind everybody this is the Post to Student Journal Create screen in Seesaw. So of course, students can capture their learning with tons of creative tools. As you see here, we have photo, drawing, video, our upload tool, note, and link. And today we're going to demo Multipage, of course, which can be found through these 3 circled tools here. So through photo, drawing, and also upload, students will be able to access the brand new multi-page feature. And then, as you know, currently in Seesaw, students can create one-page posts using all of these powerful tools to show what they know really in ways that work best for them. And what's so amazing is that now with Multipage, students can use all of these creative tools on one post that includes up to 10 pages of learning. So they're really able to capture so many more robust types of projects and pieces of work over the course of 10 pages using all of these awesome tools on every page. So we can't wait to see how this feature unlocks more robust possibilities for how your students capture and create and demonstrate their learning all within Seesaw.
All right, are we ready to just jump into this demo? I'm so excited to really highlight how multi-page can complement more of the things you're teaching and support that robust learning without tons of additional apps. So let's make it simple, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hop out of the slides for a moment and go into my 4th grade class here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, of course, the magic starts with this green add button. So I'm going to tap that. And because I'm signed in as a student, I will choose, or signed in as a teacher, I'm going to choose post student work, and that is going to take me to my creative tools screen. Now, I want to actually start with the option of upload, and upload is a really great option if your students have already documented a multi-step project or story. Using upload is really the best way to bring images into Seesaw so that each photo is on its own page. But of course, it's still going to be combined into one post. So let's give that a try. And actually, I borrowed some work from my daughter, so I'm going to choose that from my computer. And she was busy creating and writing a story. Now, she didn't actually have time to write down the words, and that's okay. Because in Seesaw, we are just going to use our new multi-page feature to tell our story. So here are my images that I've uploaded. I'm going to tap the green check in the upper right. And you're going to notice this. Look at this amazingness on the right side. You'll see this panel that is now showing all of my pages ready to get some additional creation and reflection added to them. In fact, I want this page right here to be first. So I'm actually just going to hold it down and tap right there. And I'm going to start telling my story. I'm going to tap the mic and let's get started. Once upon a time in the jungle, several animals were scurrying around hunting for food when all of a sudden, going to keep it suspenseful here, I'm going to tap the green done check in the upper right, and then I'm going to have the option now to click on my next page. So it's already there, and I'm going to continue telling my story. They heard a loud noise from the sky and suddenly saw a spaceship. Okay, I'm sure your students will be more amazing than me right now. I'm going to tap that done, and then I'm going to go to the next page, page 3, and I'm going to continue telling my story. Out from the spaceship jumped an alien. Oh my goodness, what should we do? Let's pretend our story's done. Okay, I'm going to tap the done check. And now keep in mind, if your students had started with these 3 pages and wanted to add additional pages, in the bottom right, they could just tap this add a page button. But we're going to stick with this right now. I am going to tap the green check. I'm going to choose sample student because again, I'm playing as a teacher right now. And that is going to be added to that student's portfolio. Now, because this is uploading right now, what I want to actually show you is what it looks like and show you that those 3 pages are actually just in one post here. So I can tap here and play this. Once upon a time. Okay, I'm gonna turn to the next page. I can play that page, and I can turn to the 3rd page. So again, we have one post with multiple pages all together. Love that, right? So what I'm going to show you next is another way to use the multi-page feature. I'm going to go to the green add button again, choose post student work because I'm signed in as a teacher. And this time I'm going to start with drawing, another way to get to multi-page. So I'm going to choose drawing, and here's what's happening. In my classroom, the teacher has just asked me to create 3 different shapes, but the perimeter of each shape equals 16. So I'm actually, as a student, going to add a label. Perimeter is 16. okay? Because that's just going to remind me what I am working on. I think it's going to be helpful for me to add a background here of some graph paper. And now I'm ready to create on this page. But remember, my teacher actually would love to see my thinking 3 different ways. So on the right, I'm going to tap the 3 dots on this page, which is going to give me the option to duplicate this page. So you can see if I toggle back and forth, those pages are identical right now. Because I want 3 ways, I'm going to duplicate again. Now I have the option also to delete this page if I needed to, but I don't want to do that right now. And let's try draw. I'm just going to draw this time. And I'm going to go 7. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we're at 7, right? All right, and I've got 7 and 7. So if I wanted to explain this, I could say 7 times 2 equals 14. 1 plus 1 is 2. And of course, then I'm at 16. I'm going to go back here to this example, and I'm going to use some other shapes quickly. Again, your students can create in all sorts of ways. I'm just trying to give some ideas for you here. I can create another shape. Maybe I'm going to stack these together. Okay. And this is looking good. Again, testing my mathematical abilities here at the end of the day. We're going to stack those together quickly. And I'm going to choose, let's choose this. And I'm actually going to, let's record and explain at the same time here. This is a second shape that I created, and this side is 5. When I add 3 to it, I'm already at a perimeter of 8. 2 more is 10, 2 more is 12. 3 is what this equals, so I'm at 15, and 1 more is 16 for a perimeter of 16. All right, so I'm going to tap done on that. I'm just going to stick with 2 pages. I'm going to scoot this one, I think. And again, I can move it around by just holding it down. My 2 pages are ready. I could add up to 10 separate pages, but I'm going to be done with this one for now. So I'm going to tap the green check, add that to sample student, and you'll see, again, it's uploading as one post with multiple pages. This one has recording on it, so you'll see it is saved as a video that can be played. The first page I didn't record anything, so that just appears as it is, okay? So we've already talked about starting with upload, starting with drawing, and I actually want to show you from the photo tool as well. So I'm going to choose post student work. Now, we know that so many learners start Seesaw by using the photo tool, and I really want to show you what will happen. I always love when that camera pops up, right? What will happen for your students. So when they add a photo to Seesaw, it's going to bring them right here and give them additional space if they want to explain and reflect even more. So you can see on the right that the first photo that I've added becomes its own page. Now, we really wanted to make sure this tool stayed really intuitive for learners no matter how old or young they were. So we also wanted to give them options, okay? So if I go down here at the bottom right and add a new page, a blank page, and I want to add another photo, I can tap the photo right here. Again, I could upload photos and drop them on the canvas, or I could take another photo. Hello, everyone. All right. And when that gets dropped onto the canvas, we wanted to have those options open for your students. So that means that they could resize it. Maybe they're adding multiple photos here to create a collage. Maybe they want to add a background, okay? So those options are there. So that's what it's going to look like for students that approach this using the photo tool, okay? So I'm going to pause and give a code for those listening for the certificate. The first 3 digits are 5, 6, 7. And I'm really excited. I'm just going to add this here to Seesaw, and we're just getting started, right? So we have talked about how you can add via upload, photos, and of course drawing. All of those get you to multi-page, but don't forget about activities. So as a teacher, I'm going to go here to assign activity, and I want to show you one of the activities that I created, and it involves incline and distance. It is a STEAM challenge. And I want to show you that I actually created a template, and I'm going to click on it because this template was actually just made in Seesaw, in the drawing tools. So you as a teacher, when you are creating an activity, you can also create activities with multi-page templates, okay? So this is, of course, amazing to really support and assist students, maybe in a multi-step project, okay? So that is really handy. And I actually want to show you an example of what this looks like. And my own student did this challenge for me. So I want to play her example to show you exactly what this looks like when they respond to this activity with a template. So again, lots of creativity is still embedded here because she was creating and documenting her stages of this experiment. So let's listen.
Here's my car. I predict that it's gonna go far because it has a lot of weight and it's heavy.
Page 2, let's see what happens.
The first incline was 6 inches tall. When the car went down the ramp, it went 31 inches. I think with the next incline, it's gonna go farther.
This is my favorite page.
Whoa! We increased the height by 2 inches. And it went even farther. It went 41 inches. It went 10 more inches than it did before. I think it's gonna go farther next time because you're gonna add more height to it.
So as you can see, I can go through each of these pages. She has actually drawn and recorded on each page. So you'll see that each page is its own basically video that is added to this multi-page post. Now, I want to actually show you a couple of the steps for making this happen because as I mentioned, I share this activity in my class. So my students would just tap add response and choose their name from the list, and here we go. You'll see on the right-hand side that template is appearing right there for them. So they can start creating and using that template to guide them. So in this example, I can add a photo. I'm actually going to choose upload. I have my amazing car image right here, but your students could also do this during the experiment to really capture each of these steps and stages. So I'm gonna just then toggle to page 2. So I can again upload multiple photos to the canvas because I want to make sure that I am sharing not only the setup of the incline, but have an opportunity to explain my thinking and make some predictions showing my results. So again, students will be able to progress through each of these pages. Again, up to 10 pages are included in multi-page. And then when they tap that green check, it is added to their portfolio as one post, as you'll see here. And of course, I didn't complete that entire activity. Okay, so that is also something to be aware of as you are thinking about how am I going to integrate multi-page into my classroom. And hopefully I've given you some exciting ideas to try for sure. I'm gonna actually hop back into our slide deck because I know Suvi has a few more things to tell you about.
Great, thank you. So we know you probably have some burning questions from these amazing demos that Angela just hosted, and so hopefully I can answer some of those here. Right now, students and teachers can create multi-page posts of up to 10 pages. So reminder, students can use up to 10 pages in one post to show their learning on any project and any subject. So we're so excited about that. Also, Multipage works with announcements and messages. So if you're communicating with families via our announcements and messages feature, you can attach multi-page examples to those messages. So that's an option for you, which is really exciting for us to share. Also, as we mentioned earlier, this is a premium feature. So that means that students and teachers with Seesaw for Schools have access to this feature. But we're really excited to share that any teacher can try this completely for free for 60 days and share it with their students. So this is available for everybody to use today, no matter if you're using Seesaw for free or you have access to our premium features. We also want to remind you a little bit about the library. Angela, of course, demoed how to create a multi-page activity, which is awesome. But if you're using Seesaw for free, you'll be able to use any multi-page activity that you find in the library. So you're welcome to use those activities and share those with your students. But teachers who have access to our premium features will be able to create those multi-page activities and also edit multi-page activities. So there's a little distinction there, but we really wanted to make it possible for any classroom to use all of the activities in the library, even if they don't have Seesaw's premium features. So we're really excited to share that information. And then a quick reminder that once your trial expires, if you decide to try out Seesaw's premium features, you don't have to worry. Anything you create using Multipage or any of our premium features is safe forever. So no matter what happens after your trial expires, you still have access to everything that was created with premium features. So we know you're wondering, how do I get Multipage? And there are many ways to get Multipage. The first is that, again, everybody can use Multipage today. So you can find that feature through the drawing tool in Seesaw, and anybody can access it starting today. And then Angela, perfect. Again, if you decide to try it through our premium features trial, you can try it for 60 days. So we can't wait to hear what you think about it.
Yeah, we're super excited. And one more thing I'm going to say here, Subi, because I know from my experience in the classroom as a teacher, I was always like, free trial. This sounds a little, is this really free? What's going to happen? And I just want to reassure everyone, there are no strings attached. Basically, if you start the free trial of this feature after the 60 days, nothing, we're not taking things away from you. We're not, in terms of your student work, it's still safe right there. You're still going to have access to all of that work that was created. So I just wanted to kind of share that message again as well. But Subi, I assume, I'm imagining they're going to get so excited and be curious how more people can use multi-page.
Exactly. So because we are so excited about this feature and really think it unlocks so many robust ways for students to capture their learning, we're sure you're wondering, how can every teacher in my school get Multipage? And so Multipage, alongside the school-wide activity library and other assessment tools, are just some of many premium features that allow you as a teacher to engage students and really open up ways for them to showcase and cement their learning. So we don't have time to jump into all of the amazing Seesaw premium features, but if you want to get Multipage for every teacher at your school, we have a little bit.ly link for you, and you can fill out a form, a really quick form, and someone on our team will talk to you more about Seesaw for Schools and how to get these awesome features for every teacher in your school. So we hope you'll take a look at that link, and we have so much more information to share with you, and someone on our team will be happy to reach out. And then just as a quick recap of everything that we talked about today, again, Seesaw is better than ever on Chromebooks with all of these amazing creative tools. They work so well on any device that you're using in your classroom. So that's iOS devices, Android, any computer that you have, but definitely we've made many strides in the right direction on Chromebooks, and it works really well. Additionally, we have endless possibilities to create and reflect in Seesaw, especially with this new multi-page feature. We're really opening up the possibilities of what your students can capture. And what's also awesome is that now you can use less apps in your class because Seesaw can do more. And so a lot of these types of learning had to be captured using other apps, and now with Multipage you can capture it all in one place. So we're so excited about that. And then of course, we're always working to keep our tools as intuitive as possible for all learners. So they're simple for your little students, but also really robust and offer a lot of opportunities for your older students as well. So we can't wait to hear what you think.
Hey, we love that, Subi. I'm going to give 3 more digits for the certificate. If you're watching the recording, those last 3 digits are 243. And we always like to end with like a little extra surprise at the end. So we'll kind of show you that momentarily. One more thing that's new if you haven't yet seen it, but we want to actually pause here and see what questions are coming in. What do people want to know? I think the biggest thing is, how do I get this? How do I get the newest features? Remember, if you are using iPads, iOS devices, you need to update your app because this just came out today. So you're going to want to update that. Otherwise, if you are on a Chromebook, if you're on a computer, just go to app.seesaw.me and you're going to be all set to go with that as well. Are there other questions coming in that we should take a peek at? I'm taking a quick glance here. Helen is wondering, does the photo option always fill the full page, or does it give the image resize option too? So Helen, when you start with photo, that very first photo is going to fill the whole page, but you can change the size of that with our move tool. So if you want to do that, you always have the option to do that. Can I find any sample multi-page activities in the library? What do you say to that, Subi?
Absolutely, you can. We have a brand new collection in the library called Create, Reflect, Seesaw. You'll see it at the top of most library homepages. And in there, you can find tons of activities that use our Seesaw creative tools, and 3 specific activities that use the multi-page feature. And then as we get more contributions in the library, we'll be continuing to add to that collection and probably adding some special new collections in the future. So keep an eye out, but definitely go to that new collection to get started.
Absolutely. While we're waiting for a couple more questions to come in, I wanted to show you one more thing if you're not aware of it yet. So Subi just mentioned that Create, Reflect, Seesaw. We're so excited to see what your students create with new multi-page. But we also want to let you know, if you don't know yet about the Seesaw Chrome extension, it is also relatively new. You can get it by following this bit.ly link. Basically, if you use a Chromebook, if you use any computer with a Chrome browser, you're going to want this, because this allows your students to basically from any website they're on, they can create screen captures, they can take snapshots of a part of the screen, and it goes directly into Seesaw. So check that out if you haven't done so yet. I'm going to pop back into questions really quickly to see if we have any lingering ones here as well. All right, so those of you that are on iOS devices, you can just go to the App Store. You will see an update waiting for you there. If you're not seeing anything, you might need to talk to your IT department, because sometimes they push them out to you. So you might want to check with them as well if they need to do something on their end if you're not seeing that update. All right, Subi, are we missing anything else?
I think we answered the questions that I see in here, but of course, continue to throw questions our way and let us know what you think. We're so excited to see how this new feature really opens up the possibilities in Seesaw for your students. And so keep us posted.
Yay! Thanks everyone for coming. We hope you join us again for another session, and let us know how you're doing with Multipage. Thanks everyone.
Thank you.